Congratulations. You have invented a new kind of stupid, a damage you could never undo kind of stupid, and open all the cages in the zoo kind of stupid. Truly, you didn't think this through? Kind of stupid. Let's review. You took a rumor a few, maybe two people knew, and refuted it by sharing an affair of which no one has accused you. I begged you to take a break, you refused to. So scared of what your enemies will do to you, you're the only enemy you ever seem to lose to. You know why Jefferson can do what he wants? He doesn't dignify schoolyard taunts with a response. So yeah, congratulations. You've redefined your legacy. Congratulations. Sacrifice? I languished in a loveless marriage in London. I lived only to read your letters. I look at you and think, God, what have we done with our lives, and what did it get us? It doesn't wipe the tears or the years away, but I'm back in the city and I'm here to stay, and you know what I'm here to do. I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. And a million years ago she said to me, this one's mine. So I stood by. Do you know why? I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Eliza is the best thing in our lives. So never lose sight of the fact that you have been blessed with the best wife. Congratulations. For the rest of your life, every sacrifice you make is for my sister. Give her the best life. Congratulations. Hey everyone, it's Cheyenne, and that was Congratulations from, you guessed it, the play Hamilton. Sorry, I just hit the thing. So this is probably one of the last songs I'm going to do until I've heard all of the songs from the play. Maybe I'll do another one then. But this is a great song. I love the emotion in it. I couldn't quite completely portray it because I think I am starting to lose my voice. I really hope that's not the case. I'm going to knock on wood. But as some of you know, this happens pretty much every winter. I lose my voice and it's gone for a couple of weeks and I start to get scared that I'm going to lose it for good. And if that happens, I will just do vlogs again, tell you guys a little bit more about me. So yeah, it's great. Tell you guys about my life and how it's been going. So you guys will probably have seen the I Love You cover that I did, because that's probably going to be the first one that I post up in these small series of videos. I meant to post that up sooner, and I also meant to make more videos that night, but I only ended up making 2 the night that I made that one, and I posted the second one that I had made that night up Saturday, Friday, one of those days. I can't remember quite, but it looks like, because I explained in that video that I might be losing internet over here, and I'm going to try and stay over here at this house as much as possible before my family and I move. However, it looks like we might be keeping internet, which means I might be able to keep up with the videos. However, this week and the next couple of weeks the next week or so are going to be very busy because I have finals this week. I'm helping my sister and brother-in-law move and watch my niece, and I will be helping my parents and, of course, myself move. Like I said, we're not moving completely yet. We will probably not actually completely move until around mid-January, maybe, because we have to make renovations on this house. We have to get completely moved out of this house. Mainly it's just the renovations. And my parents are going on a medical cruise by the end of this month, I think. And I would rather be here where I can see my friends and where I can see my boyfriend and where, you know, my family is, you know, my close family, you know, my immediate family is, than stay out pretty much in the middle of nowhere by myself with the dogs. I love our dogs, don't get me wrong, and I do like my alone time. It gives me time to make more videos and to read more books and to write more songs, and which actually I write songs on the go as they come up. But the thing is, I can do that all down here. I will have alone time down here. It's not like I'm going to be spending every day, that they're gone or that I'm here out with other people. No, I'm going to be spending probably quite a bit of it down in this house by myself. Heather might be coming to stay with me for a couple of nights while they're gone on that cruise, just to kind of hang out, she's my best friend. You guys have met her before. If she does, I might have her in a couple of videos. We might do a couple of videos together, maybe not singing, but like those little music videos that I do sometimes just for fun. Maybe we'll do something like that, and I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, we are gonna be packing a few things. I know I'm probably gonna pack some of my clothes away to go to the other house, and I'm probably gonna pack the books that I've already read. I'm not gonna pack the books that I have not read yet because I'm gonna have stuff to do. If there's Wi-Fi, I can get on YouTube, I can get on Netflix. We'll have the Xbox over here for a little while. But I do like reading, and I would really like to catch up on my reading because I've been getting new series after new series after new series because I have an addiction to books. I'm not gonna lie. I love reading so much. It's like going into another world to me, and being able to read these worlds that people created and also be able to think it up in my own imagination. I think that's the plus side from books compared to movies is, yes, movies are great and you can see this other world that someone created, but all the images are created for you. And, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash movies here. I think it takes away from part of the experience. And that's why I love reading so much. That's why I love writing so much, because part of the experience is being able to create that world in your mind. And as someone who has always had a very vivid imagination, that's so cool to me. It's amazing. And so, looking at these books that I've already read, which I love the books that I've already read, but I also love the books that I would love to read, the books that I've gotten that I haven't read or that I haven't read completely, because I know there are some books up there that I've started but I have not been able to finish because something would come up with school or something would come up with work or family. And I'm not complaining about that. I love my family. I like my job. It pays well. People I know are there. It's how technically I met the person I'm dating now because of high school, but it's how I met them again. It's how I got talking to them again. And so I always have kind of fondness for that job. And, I feel pretty respected over there most of the time. So that's a big thing for me, too. Plus, it gives me a pretty flexible schedule. But it does frustrate me a bit when I start something and I'm unable to finish it, like a book or a drawing. Sorry. And, so I would like to finish those books, so I might leave some of the ones that I've started but have not finished here as well. And then there are some books that I kind of slowed down on and forgot about, like Dracula. And don't get me wrong, from what I've read of Dracula, I love it so far. One of the problems was I was reading it on an e-reader, because I actually do have one. I would just, there's nothing wrong with an e-reader. It is very accessible. It is very right there, and, you can read it even in the dark without needing a flashlight. But to me, I've gotten used to reading something on paper. The experience of being able to open a book and get that book smell, and I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one who thinks that way, because I was in a bookstore when I was out on a date with my boyfriend, and I was talking about the smell of the book, and I was about to comment that it was weird, and then this other chick who worked at the bookstore was like, it's not weird, it's a thing, and she agreed with me, and I was like, yes, it's a thing. I like that person. And so, yeah. But, there's just, it's a whole nother experience to read a book. It's a whole nother experience from reading it on a screen, and it's a whole nother experience to seeing a movie. And personally, I like seeing movies too, I've read books that I've seen as movies, I've seen movies that I've read as books, and I've seen movies that have not been books at all. And I think that movies are great. They can make you experience... Sorry, iPod's dying. I'm gonna have to hurry. They can make you experience things in a whole different way. And I do think that is pretty amazing. And, you know, like, I've gotten emotions from movies that maybe I couldn't get from a book. But at the same time, being able to create that world in my mind from a book rather than having it created for me on a screen, it almost sometimes makes me feel those things stronger. Like, okay, examples. Something that I felt stronger in a movie might be something that's sad. Like, in Cyberbully, first movie to ever... Okay, that's not true. The first movie to ever make me cry is a little embarrassing. It was Game Plan, and it was the part when the dad takes his daughter, and when she's having that, she's going into anaphylactic shock, you know, her throat's closing up because she's having that allergic reaction to nuts, and he carries her all the way to the hospital. He just runs, books it all the way to the hospital. That hit me very hard. I was like 9 maybe at the time, and that hit me very hard as someone who is an asthmatic, because my throat won't close up from anaphylactic shock because I don't have any severe allergy to something like that. But my throat can close up because I wasn't breathing right, or because I got too panicked about something. I have had an asthma attack because I was panicking because something happened before, or because I was running, and, you know, I wasn't breathing right while I was running, or I was running and it was polluted outside, or something like that. And my dad would do that for me. You know, even now when I'm older, he would do that because he loves me that much. And seeing a dad's love that much, I guess it just got to me as a kid. And I was literally crying so hard that I had to go and sit next to my dad and just kind of curl up on his side. I've probably always been a daddy's girl, and so that's probably one of the reasons why he's always been so protective of me, but he's so supportive as well. Okay. And then the other movie that made me react that way so strongly was Cyberbully. And that's because, I've experienced bullying myself, not to that point, and I'm pretty sure if I had experienced it to that point, I might have broken down pretty bad myself. I got very lucky that when I was getting bullied, 1, I wasn't online at all, and 2, my mom saw it when it started happening, when I started getting bullied and when it started getting really bad. I was getting thrown around on the playground at my school and by this girl who had been bullying me for months, and my mom saw it, and I learned at a very early age that it's okay to talk about it, that it's okay to go to the teachers or your parents, or it's okay to reach out. So I got extremely lucky, and I know that there are a lot of people out there who aren't that lucky, and, you know, it hit me because at that point I was also kind of going through this rough patch in my life where I was kind of depressed. I didn't like myself. I mean, I don't quite like myself now, but I'm to a point where I like myself more than I used to. And back then I used to absolutely hate myself. And watching the point where the main character just completely breaks down, she's finally just about to give up, she wants to kill herself, that hurt, because the things that she was saying were things that I had been telling myself for a while after I lost my best friend at the time. And so I probably looked a little silly because when I was watching it on my, I think it was my phone at the time, and I had headphones and I was sitting in my living room. My brother looked over and I was just like bawling my eyes out with my headphones in, and he's like, "What is wrong?" And I was a mess. And then books have made me feel more emotionally as far as like love goes, typically, or a parent-child relationship. Though I have had a book that made me feel something that's sad, or anger. Oh my gosh. Situation in books that are typically supposed to make the reader angry have been known to severely make me angry. I will admit that I have this problem where if there's a situation in a book that calls for like a lot of emotion, I will get very emotional and I'll start pacing and like talking to myself about what I would do in that situation. Or I don't know if I'm talking to myself or the book, as if somehow the characters are going to hear me and just kind of straighten up. It's the way I am. Anyways, I should probably go before my iPod dies. I'm going to leave it at this for right now, which means there's just going to be 2 videos right now that are going to be posted up. Hopefully I'll be able to make more tomorrow when I get home, but I also have 2 exams that I have to take. So we will have to see about that. Other than that, there's nothing else that I can think of at this moment. The rights to this song go to the creators of Hamilton, and the rights to the music go to Zoe Avery. I really hope that you guys liked it, and if you did, please make sure to let me know. And if you didn't, please make sure to let me know and tell me why so that I can get better. I hope you guys liked the little bit of story time that we had here. If you want, I will explain more on that topic of books versus movies, or, you know, books on paper versus books in e-reader, in my opinion. I will talk about more of that later in a vlog. If you want to hear more about that, let me know in the comments. Please, or let me know by liking the video. If you want to do it that way and you don't want to comment about it because liking the video is a little bit more discreet. Let's see, the most I typically get on likes in a video is probably 1, so if I get 3, we're going to say 3, then I will talk about it in another video, or if I get 1 comment about it, because if there's even just 1 comment, I'll just be like, oh yeah, I can talk about this for hours. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope that things are going well. If you're going through bullying in your life, and if you're, you're going through a rough patch, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that you can always reach out to someone. And maybe some of your teachers won't always be very helpful, but there are some who will help you and who will do their best to get you through a rough situation, or if someone's trying to hurt you, or even if they're just putting you down emotionally. There are teachers who will help you and who will kind of try to build you back up. And always know that there are people that you can reach out to, and that you may not see them immediately, but they are right there. And please know that you have people who care about you, even if they don't always say it, or maybe they don't always show it. They do care. Some people really aren't good at showing that they care. Most of the time I'm not. I love mushy things, don't get me wrong. Like in movies, in books, I can, they make me happy to see, because, obviously people are happy when mushy things are going on. But I am typically not good at reacting to them. I'm typically not good at saying them, because I get to this point where I'm almost like an ostrich when it gets threatened. I'd like stick my face in like the pillow that I'm holding or something like that, because that's the way I am. I'm still kind of getting over being shy most of the time, and that's a big part of my being shy. But just know that you have people who care about you, and that you have people who love you, and this part of your life, even if it's a rough point, it's just one part. It's not gonna be the rest of your life, I swear. One day it's gonna be a memory. I promise. I love you guys so much. Stay you. Believe in yourselves, because you guys are absolutely amazing, and I mean that. Don't forget that. Don't forget to dance today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.